In dealing with an autoimmune and trying to heal it in a natural way, I kind of became obsessed with how to optimize my health. And one of the tests that I did that I thought was really cool is a nutrition DNA tests. Every year there's a new diet, and this one's the best diet, and this one's the best diet. And same with supplements. Everybody should be on this supplements, and it's very important to take this supplements. That to me, it became a little overwhelming. So I was like, let me figure out what is optimal for me based on my genes. And so this is why I decided to do the test. Let's take a look. Now, this test is about 93 pages, so I'm just going to go over the major takeaways. The first section that I liked is the micronutrient metabolism. I get to see that genetically speaking, I need more omega-3s than the average person. I also now see that I have an average need for protein. One thing that was a big revelation for me is that I have a low carbohydrate requirement. That means that I don't technically need a lot of carbohydrates daily. And if I am going to have carbohydrates, I now know that genetically, I don't do very well with refined carbohydrates. This is where instead of guessing which supplements I should take, I know exactly what I need. I also find out that I have a pretty high requirement for fiber. Turns out I'm severely lactose intolerant. So now I know that for optimal longevity health, I should be on a low carb diet, that if I'm going to have carbs, they should be unprocessed, simple carbs like fruits and vegetables. I also know that I'm lactose intolerant, so if I'm going to have dairy, it should be lactose free, such as kefir or parmesan. I also know I have a pretty high fiber requirement. And now I know that if I want to supplement, I should focus on B vitamin, D vitamin, manganese, and omega-3s. Now let's look at toxin sensitivities. Mycotoxin is a big risk for me, so I should be mindful of not eating foods that have mycotoxin. I am also at risk with glyphosate, so organic product all day. I know that I'm pretty protected against H. pylori. However, low protection for candida, so I have to be careful not eating too much sugar. It also tells you what kind of exercise you thrive on. When it comes to methylation, I have a high need for folate, B2, choline, and betaine. So what that means is if I am going to supplement with B vitamin, I should supplement with a methylated version. Otherwise, I'm not going to absorb it well. And then it also provides you with a DNA-based grocery list, which are foods you should focus on whenever you go grocery shopping and foods you should kind of focus on eating. This test is super long, and I just went over it very briefly, but I did have a long consultation with a nutritionist that specializes in that. And she went over everything and explained exactly how I'm supposed to eat. Now, some people think this is bullshit. But my MD, who is also a functional medicine doctor, and my holistic doctor in the US, used it to help me heal. And it gave us a lot of insights. For example, genetically speaking, I don't make bifidobacterium, which is an important gut microbe. I need a lot of probiotic-rich foods such as kefir, fermented vegetables, sauerkraut, things that I would never eat before. Now I do.